We're going to do a brief video on SQ stock analysis, SQ, and we've got a chart of square or block for you here, daily chart, 5-day moving average in green, 20-day moving average in red, 200-day moving average in blue. Square is up 6% today at $3, up $3.31 at $57.25, trading on 13 million shares. 33 million shares is the usual daily volume. Let's take a look real quick at this stock. You can clearly see it's been in the bear market below the 200-day moving average since November of 2021, and it continues to be in a bear market. It's been sideways. It's headed to the 200-day moving average. You can see Square's normal mode of action is it sells down, comes across, sells up to reduce the gap between the price and the 200-day moving average. It did it here, comes over here, sells down in June, comes back over and reduces the gap, and we're just in another one of those phases of coming across. Now the question is it going to come across and go down again like this, or come across a little bit, go down and go back up? So those are all questions you got to take a look at, and of course it's all for entertainment purposes only, in all my opinion, but in my opinion it's getting very close to its 200-day moving average, so there's a chance we could get a rally to Square up to 79, 80 bucks. But let's take a look at it a little closer and see what the rest of the charts look like. Let's first look at an hourly chart and see that Square's been below its 200-hour moving average since way back here, looks like all the way back of August 22nd. That's a very negative sign. You can see it's rallying on an hourly basis here, the intraday, and approaching its 200-hour mark. But as it did that back here and back here, it just sells off again. So that's not telling us a whole lot other than the fact that it made a new low here intraday. It looks like the 14th. So this stock's still in a bear market. There's no doubt about that. Let's take a look at the weekly chart and see what kind of support we have for Square. You can see in a weekly chart, this is a 200-week moving average in blue, a 20-week moving average in red, and then a 5-week moving average in green. And you can see that it's just peaking above the 5-week moving average in green, but it's not above the 20-week moving average. The stock's still in a very weak place technically. It's still in a deep bear market. There's no question about that. Some people could argue that this stock is just getting going, but I wouldn't say that, but that's would be a reasonable analysis. For example, you don't have support in the stock till you get down to about $32 a share. The stock currently is trading at 57. So you have no technical support in the stock until you get down to these lows put in March 20th at around 32 bucks. So that's your downside support, is $32. The stock doesn't show me anything on a weekly basis that lead me to say that it's a great buy. I'm not saying it's not a buy, but it's not a great buy. It's a little oversold, but not tremendously oversold. You can see we got a blip here from about $56 all the way up to $93. It's a good, nice little rally in this stock. So if we get a rally here, it's probably going to be a $30 or $40 rally. So let's say you could go from 51 to right about here, 81. I think that's reasonable, but your time frame, you know, it's very debatable with the stock. I would say your time frame could be stretched out as much as late December if you got that rally. To get that rally, you'd have to not violate this $51.45 again. You'd have to rally from here, and then you might, by the end of December or mid-December, get yourself a nice rally in this stock. But that assumes that it's, you know, in a better technical position than one would expect. I'm not looking for any huge strength in this stock right this second, but the stock does go once it starts to move, people buy it. So if we can hold this $51.45 low set last week, you could have an $81 stock here with Square, but highly speculative analysis if you ask me. Let's take a look here real quick. I don't see any reason that leads me to believe the stock is ready to explode. It's not tremendously oversold. So, you know, my analysis for this stock right now is it's still a sideways stock, and it's probably going to trade somewhere between where it is and the low 60s back and forth until it gets some impetus to go higher. And that impetus, I know this sounds crazy, could be a sell-off. If this stock sells off down, especially to the high 30s, that's going to prompt a lot of people to probably step up and buy it, at least in the short term. So I would say trading range stock in the near term, unless we get a sell-off, in which case this stock is probably a buy unless there's some kind of fundamental issue that I'm not aware of. I don't follow the fundamentals. Let's go down and take a look real quick and see what RBAM Research says about Square. We put out algorithmically generated entry prices for 190 stocks every morning before 7 a.m. And for Square today, we've got $52 at the low side and $53.55 at the high. Let's see what that would have done for us today on Square. Let me go to a different chart here real quick. And it looks like Square's daily range is... Looks like daily range is $53.66 is the low. So 53.66. So we have not hit any of these yet. They're not live. They're below the current day's trading range for Square, but they are out here again. 1-day hold, 5-day hold, 20-day hold. These are all trading days. The way this works is you get in today at these prices, assuming your own analysis says it's a good idea. Get out at the end of the next trading day here, the end of 5 trading days here, the end of 20 trading days here at a loss just before the market closes, or take your profits sooner if you get them. And as you can see, they come out every morning by 7 a.m. for all of these stocks here. We have Apple, NIO, Tesla, and 190 some other stocks. Today, roughly 50-50 for zeros and entry prices. Zero just means there's no algorithmically generated price. Didn't think it was a good thing to do in terms of buying today, and you can see there's prices in here when they think it does, when the algo says it is a good day to buy. So that's what we got for you today on Square. You can get access to all of our entry prices every morning before 7 a.m. at rbamresearch.com. No credit card required. Access is free. Head over there and get access to 190 stocks, the major forex pairs, BTC, crypto, and the most liquid futures contracts. There's a link in the description below. You just go over there, put in your email address, and get instant access at rbamresearch.com. Keep in mind, everything you've seen and heard on here is for entertainment purposes only. You cannot use our entry prices or commentary for anything other than entertainment. You should always do your own analysis, and you definitely trade at your own risk. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do that as well. And if you have a great comment for us, we'd love to hear it in the comment section below.